to the graduating class, what can I say? Anything? First and foremost, hearty congratulations. This is a result, what you're going through is a result of several years of effort. Congratulations on receiving the certificate, the special recognition, awards, and so forth. Enjoy the glow of the spotlight for today that's shining on you. You fully deserve it. It is my privilege to share some thoughts with you on this occasion as you transform from being a student into a graduate. This convocation sets a milestone for me as well. This is my 10th graduation ceremony. I didn't get 10 degrees. Only 2 of them were where you are sitting. Others were either as a faculty member or as a parent of a graduate or as a speaker at an event. So I'm pretty excited about this, maybe more than you are. Are you excited? All right. How many of you have jobs already lined up? You guys are way ahead than me when I was graduating. When I was graduating with my bachelor's degree, I had no job lined up. When I got my PhD, I was broke. So compared to all that, you guys are doing, far ahead, far better than I was, back when I got the piece of paper. Back to you. Today is about celebrating your success, coming from the hard work of the past few years. Graduation is kind of like coming out of a cocoon. You are no longer bound by the assignments and reports and presentations that you have to make. Today is the day you get out of that cocoon, transform yourself into a beautiful butterfly, free to fly in the wide world out there. What do you say to a bunch of smart people graduating from a distinguished university? Not a lot. In fact, your oath that you just took covered a lot of ground, talked about a lot of things that are expected from you. But since I'm here and I've got the mic, I've got to say something. So I'm going to share a few things with you. Let's start with transparency. I'm going to share tips with you. I'm a simple guy. I'm an engineer. So I got to start counting, the alphabet in there. So we'll start with T. To me, T here is about transparency. It was there in your oath as well. It means lack of hidden agendas. It means availability of full information required for collaboration. Earlier, someone mentioned about collaboration, so transparency is very much part of that. Cooperation, when you're talking about international business, India working with some other country, it's all about cooperation and also collective decision making, which you will be part of pretty soon. Today we live in a world where transparency is the expectation. In your early years as a student, maybe not here, but in your undergraduate days, you were expected to excel on your own. But in the business school, you were given opportunities to accomplish a few things on your own and a few other things as part of a team. So that was getting you trained to become a better collaborator. As you step out, collaborating with others will become increasingly important for you, and here is where transparency becomes a very important aspect. Transparency is not some newfound jargon of modern-day management gurus. The idea has been around for a very long time. It used to be referred by other names, though. When I was growing up, transparent meant a piece of glass through which I could look across, on the other side. But today it means other things. In those days, we simply used to say trust. Trust is another name for transparency. Trust is essential for any transaction to be successful. At the end of the day, the business world is full of transactions between people who trust each other. Integrity and truth are other words for transparency. Truth or satyam is the core theme of the tradition of India. We see references to Satyam in our scriptures going back thousands of years, long before the idea of a business school existed. The advice given by the gurus at that time, especially from the Taittiriya Upanishad, is very simple. Satyam vada. Speak the truth. Because if you speak the truth, this was actually part of the advice given in the convocation address in Taittiriya Upanishad in the Vedic times. Why speak the truth? Being truthful keeps you out of trouble. That's a good thing. But more importantly, it frees your mind to go after more productive pursuits in your life. So speak the truth, have a mind, have a disposition that will let you grow and explore many more things beyond the IFIM business school. I said I'll give you a tip. Next one is about I. I is about innovation in my mind. Another word that is increasingly used these days to impress people. Nowadays, it seems everybody is doing innovative something or the other. In my job, I see a lot of resumes from people who are applying for jobs, and almost every resume says, they are doing something innovative, they've been in hackathons, they are an entrepreneur. But sometimes I wonder, if you were in hackathons and you were an entrepreneur, why are you looking for a job? Shouldn't you be creating jobs? So it has become a little bit of a buzzword and maybe lost a little bit of its meaning. The reality is that innovation is not a new idea either. Human beings have been innovating for thousands of years, and the current generation, those of you who are graduating, are benefiting from the work done by all the earlier generations. If we are able to talk about something or the other 2.0 or 3.0, that is because the 1.0 and the 2.0 existed. It was created by someone else, and you have the opportunity to build on top of that. To be called an innovation, an idea must be replicable at an economic cost and must satisfy a specific need. Innovation involves deliberate application of information, imagination, and initiative in deriving greater value for some end user. These should not be new words to you because these were mentioned in the oath that you just took. With your education in international business, finance, general management, and whatnot, you are on your way to becoming masters of your own destiny as business leaders or business owners. You will be asked to make recommendations and even make decisions. Some of you will be asked to lead projects and even companies. All these will require you to use the skills you have learned. The university says they have prepared you with skills in digital, business, advanced analytics, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and prepared you to go beyond tomorrow. But I just want to remind you, to get beyond tomorrow, you have to get through today. So don't forget today, and don't forget tomorrow either, because you want to go beyond tomorrow. Be present in whatever you do. Be innovative, using your knowledge and creativity to do useful things. Information, imagination, and initiative, as we mentioned before. Now, sometimes initiative means a lot of hard work. And even in these days of computers churning out petabytes of data, hard work never went out of style. And I don't believe it's going to go out of style anytime soon. So hard work, be prepared for that. And it's going to be with you. Somebody talked about you have to continue to learn. I would say you have to continue to learn and continue to work hard. And this again reminds me of another quotation from our scriptures. It's actually from Subhashitas. It basically says, Udyamena hi siddhyanti karyani na manorathaihi nahi suptasya simhasya pravishanti mukhe mrigaha. If you didn't understand what I said, what it means in English is goals are achieved only by self-effort, not because we are doing wishful thinking. Just as no animal will enter the mouth of a lion who is sleeping. So if the lion wants food, like some of us do right now, the lion has to chase down its prey. Just like us, if you want to achieve your goals, you have to go after the goals, you have to burn the midnight oil, you have to chase after your goals. Last tip I want to leave you with is about P. We said T for transparency, I for innovation, P is for people. I'm sure many of you would have heard about Abraham Lincoln. Yes? Abraham Lincoln was a famous president of the United States, and he concluded his Gettysburg Address by saying, "This government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth." A lot of people say that's what democracy is all about. What I have learned through many years of working in academia, in the business world, in nonprofit organizations and so forth, at the end of the day, anything and everything we do is about people. And for the people, by the people, of the people is not only about democratic governments, it is also about businesses. Businesses exist because they are trying to do something for other people. It is critical that you keep that in mind as you establish your own careers. What you do will have an impact on more and more people. So keep that in mind. You have to learn to balance the needs and interests of a variety of people. We call them stakeholders in the business jargon. And these people, many of them, all have to feel comfortable with who you are. I'm going to end this with a poem. I can't say it's a short poem, but it is not a very long poem. I came across this when I was in 7th standard. You know, in those days, we actually used to have English classes, and we used to have stories and poetry as part of those. So there was a poem that I came across, somehow that got etched in my head. And the poem is written by someone by the name of James Henry Lee Hunt. Title of the poem is Abu Ben Adam. Anybody heard about this poem? Abu Ben Adam? Abu Ben Adam, may his tribe increase, awoke one night from a deep dream of peace and saw within the moonlight in his room, making it rich and like a lily in bloom, an angel writing in a book of gold. Exceeding peace had made Ben Adam bold, and to the presence in the room he said, "What writest thou?" The vision raised its head, and with a look made of all sweet accord answered, "The names of those who love the Lord." "And is mine one?" said Abu. "Nay, not so," replied the angel. Abu spoke more low, but cheerily still, and said, "I pray thee, then write me as one that loves his fellow man." The angel wrote and vanished. The next night, it came again with a great wakening light and showed the names whom love of God had blessed. And lo, Ben Adam's name led all the rest. So remember, Ben Adam said, "Write my name as someone who loves his fellow men." Today it is men and women, so women don't have to, get upset. Fellow human beings. That is what Abu Ben Adam was all about, and his name was on the very top of the list. So as you step out of this campus, don't forget the people. The people that helped you, your family, your teachers, various people who enabled you to get here. And when you are running your businesses, don't forget your stakeholders who are also your people. This is my tip to you. It's all about transparency, innovation, and people. Many of you will enter the world of business, Some of you may go back to college for higher education as well. You will become teachers and researchers, inventors and leaders. Some may become activists and work to improve society. In whatever dream you choose to pursue, I wish you a great life of achievement, outstanding success, and fulfillment. Congratulations again.